Senator Milne.
Thank you, Mr Chair. Well, today is a great day in Australia's political history. It signals a change of direction for the nation, and it's a psychological shift which the coalition simply can't cope with. But it's a psychological shift from the fossil fuel past
Order on my left.
to a renewable-powered future. And it is overdue and it is urgent. With 7 billion people—
Order, Senator Milne. Senator Brown, point of order.
The interjections from opposite are disorderly. The public, there is a gallery full here. The public deserves to hear what's going on. I can't hear the Speaker right next to me, and I ask you to invoke the standing orders.
Thank you, Senator Brown, and I will remind all senators, in particular those on my left, please listen to the Speaker in silence. Senator Milne, you have the call.
Thank you, Chair. This parliament is delivering profound environmental, economic and social reform, and I can understand why the coalition who oppose that environmental, social and economic reform are behaving as they are. But this provides a platform for a higher level of ambition on climate change because, as I was saying, with a planet with 7 billion people and accelerated global warming, we need to make sure that the platform we are delivering today has the capacity for upward flexibility so that we can do more. And I am confident that the reforms we are moving to establish, the new Climate Change Authority, an 80% target by 2050, which we need to accelerate to net carbon zero, but at least we have that potential to lift our ambition with the trajectory that we set. We are bringing in the emissions trading scheme and therefore implementing the polluter pays principle. We are establishing a Clean Energy Finance Corporation, which will be a massive investment in renewable energy. We are delivering on energy efficiency, and we are also making sure that there is a huge investment in Australia's biodiversity and ecosystems, because we all know that our ecosystems are suffering as a result of climate change and over-exploitation, and no more so than the Great Barrier Reef right as we speak, not only subject to global warming and the acidification of the oceans, but subject to degradation because of an insatiable appetite for fossil fuels, which we need to get away from. Now, Mr Deputy President, this is far-reaching and transformative. It's been delivered because the people of Australia voted at the last election. Mr Chair, the people of Australia voted at the last election for a power-sharing parliament. And I know that the coalition can't cope with that, but this is a power-sharing parliament, and as a result of an agreement, Mr Chair, with the government—
Order on my left.
As a result of the agreement with the government, there was an undertaking to deliver a carbon price mechanism in this period of government, which we have done through the Multi-Party Climate Committee, on which there were experts and representatives from the independents, Mr Oakeshott and Mr Windsor, the government, of course, with the Prime Minister, the Treasurer and the Minister, Mr Combet, and, of course, Adam Bandt, our member for Melbourne, Senator Bob Brown, the Leader of the Greens, and myself. As I said, this is the foundation of innovation and transformation. This is our opportunity. This is our opportunity to rebuild the manufacturing sector in Australia, to diversify our economy and create jobs not only in the cities but right through rural and regional Australia. It is our opportunity to say to our grandchildren that we are at least now trying to take a whole-of-government approach to reducing greenhouse gas emissions in Australia, and at last we will be able to stand up in global fora and say that Australia has started the process. But we accept, Mr
Senator
Chair,
Brandis.
we accept that this is the beginning, but we also know, Mr Chair, that this legislation will not be repealed. That is why this is so historic. This is the day when Australia changes direction. This is the day, Mr Chair,
Order on my left.
when Australia not only has changed direction, but with the psychological shift and business engagement and the innovation and the opportunity that is going to come from this, The coalition is on the back foot here. Its leader has cut and run. Mr Abbott has cut and run and headed to London for a meeting he doesn't have to be at. Doesn't have to be at.
Order.
Does not have to be at for 2 days, Mr Chair. He could have flown out tonight, but he didn't have the courage, Mr Chair, because he can't accept the fact that this nation has left him behind, Mr Chair. This nation has left him behind and embraced the future. And I can understand why the coalition can't see the future, but we can. And we will,
Order, Senator Milne.
and we will deliver on